Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your preview show. I'm your host, Khalid Moeddin. This is the show where we talk about everything that has to do with Pakistan versus South Africa in the T20I series. Now, we start this four-match test T20 series tomorrow. It's the first game, which is on a Saturday, so it will be a 2:30 start in South Africa. It will be at the Wanderers, with the first two games at the Wanderers, and the second two games will be at Centurion. Now, we're really excited, obviously, about this. It will be something fresh, something new, because we're going to be seeing a lot of the newer guys get an opportunities to play. Other than because currently the IPL has just started, so we know that that is happening. As we speak, Mumbai Indians are taking on RCB, and it's a massive clash that's going to be over there in this particular show. So a lot of the Proteas guys are in isolation, waiting to play in the IPL. So we're gonna get a fresh new squad that we're gonna reveal to you very soon. But before we get going, before we get talking about anything, the guys that are watching on Facebook, head over to our YouTube channel, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell for all future videos too. We need to do all of those type of things. You know what to do with that. And the guys that are on YouTube too, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell. So let's get into it. Let's start talking about it. So I'm very excited because we're going to get to see some fringe players, some players that haven't really got an opportunity to play. We're going to see them play. But I think the first thing that we need to do is talk about the captaincy. Now, as I predicted when you guys asked me questions in the week, you were asking me about who will be the captain of the side and who will be picked as the captain. Do we have a vice captain? Officially, we don't have a vice captain, but I could start predicting who would be the captain, and I said Heinrich Klaassen would be because he captained the side under Boucher before. So let's bring this T20 squad on the screen. So we've got Heinrich Klaassen, Bjorn Verteyen, Aiden Markram, Antile Pechlikwayo, Bjorn Hendricks, George Linde, Rassie van der Dussen, Janneman Malan, Sasanda Magala, Wian Mulder, Debrey Shamsi, Luto Sipamla, Kyle Verreynne, Piet van Biljon, Darren de Pavlin, Michael Pretorius, Lizard Williams, and Vivian Libbe. Now, recently or today, they mentioned that Temba Bavuma would be ruled out of the tournament, out of the series. I mean, with a hamstring injury. We know that Rassie van der Dussen is currently struggling with the injury, so we're not 100% sure whether he's clear to play. So Aiden Markram has been, I wouldn't say recalled, but he's because he has never been in the T20 setup. But I mean, Aiden Markram has been kept in the squad, retained in the squad from the ODIs to play in these particular matches. Now, it's going to be quite confusing on how we're going to select the team. I think a lot of us will have some ideas on who should play and who shouldn't play. And I think you guys can start doing that in the comment section below. I would like to see what your 11s are. I do think, however, that I want to see Janneman Malan obviously open the batting, especially after what he did in the ODI setup. Now, I think Janneman will open. And I think it's about finding his partner now. So they probably will maybe keep consistency and pick Aiden again as the opener. Because Temba Bavuma is the other opener in the T20 setup, and he's not going to be available. So this is the current squad for you guys. I would also like to see the likes of Kyle Verreynne get an opportunity in T20 cricket, of course, internationally. And, of course, we want to see the likes of George Linde maybe given an opportunity. But finding that balance, that's going to be very, very important. It's about finding that balance. We know that all of us on this channel have been calling for Vian Libbe to get an opportunity too. We want to see Vian Libbe get a chance. And that's something that we never saw before. We haven't seen Vian Libbe in Proteas kit before. So that's something that we really, really would like to see. I know I would like to see that. I don't know about you guys, but you guys should let me know if that is what you want to see or not. It will be very interesting for me to see who they pick and what they will do with regards to that. In this T20 series, now I know it's heading towards the World Cup. So there's going to be a lot of discussion about who are those players, those extra players. Similarly, in the ODIs, I think South Africa has their 12 names settled of who they want to take to the T20 World Cup. And they're trying to find those spaces that are missing. Now, funnily enough, it's similar positions that are missing in the T20s that are missing in the ODIs. We're having similar issues with the number 6 batsman and maybe having a number who's going to bat at maybe 4, 5. I think 5 and 6. Those are going to be the options, but I think mainly 6 in T20 cricket. I think number 1 to 5 is actually sealed. If I think of the best T20 setup that we can, or T20 lineup that we can field, I would say it has to be probably Temba Bavuma, Yana Manmalan, Quinton de Kock. I think those guys have to be somewhere in and about. But I think they'll go with Quinton and Temba to open the batting, and then probably number 3. You'll have to start thinking about guys like Faf du Plessis that is still available for this T20 World Cup. Then having 4, someone like Rassie. Number 5 is where they'll probably pick David Miller, and then you have a number 6, which can go to Heinrich Klaassen, it could go to Calvin Rayner. If you're playing in India, because we're playing in India, we'll probably have maybe a spinning all-rounder like George Linder, could go to Pat van Biljon. So there's a lot of options in that number 6 position, and I think all of these guys are kind of playing for their positions right now. So a lot to talk about with regards to the T20 squad, but I'm going to get a little bit of help. I'm going to get Aditya away. I'm pulling him away from the IPL game right now to come join me. So welcome to the show, Aditya. We'll be simultaneously streaming on both on Facebook and on YouTube. So the guys on Facebook, please give us a like and come over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel where you get daily shows. So you know the squad. Do I have to put it up for you again? Do you want to have a look at it before we start speaking about it? But
yes, please.
Yes, okay, cool. So we've got the squad available for you right now. As you know, that Heinrich Klaassen will be the captain of this particular team. So because Temba Bavuma is ruled out, etc. So who are the guys that you really, really want to see? I mean, me personally, I think Sisanda Magala should deserve an opportunity. From Heinrich Klaassen's press conference, from what I heard from his presser, they were talking about still finalizing a couple of things with regards to fitness tests coming back, etc. So that's something that is weird. That's weird that they were still waiting for test results to come back before a game when the game is tomorrow. So from this squad, this new guys, who would you like to see?
Well, I want to see Aiden Markram in the T20 format. I want to see Vian Mulder, Sisanda Magala, and certainly Lizard Williams and Miguel Pretorius as well. Look, when you have most of your key players, T20 players in India, this opportunity has to be taken to expose your bench strength to international cricket. Pakistan is a strong T20 team, and I don't think there can be a better opportunity to test your bench strength in home conditions against a competitive team. You still have that comfort of the conditions that you're playing in, the familiarity of the conditions that you're playing in, and that will be important. And even though a number of people in this team may not make it to that final squad in India, it's important to get that exposure in. It's important because, as we've seen in that third ODI between South Africa and Pakistan, South Africa has got to reduce that gap between its first choice players and its bench strength. That should be a priority from here on.
Yeah, so I was speaking about it before, about us finding that extra spots in that team, I think that they've got their 12 maybe in their mind. Similarly to the ODI setup, we've got like a 12 that we basically sit on, and then we need to find the rest of the squad. But even when I say we have 12, I think there's still a lot of players that are competing for that number 6 spot. Now we know that in India, most likely it's going to be a spinning all-rounder. And I'm thinking that someone like George Linder will probably get that opportunity over there in that number 6 spot. But he's competing with the likes. I would like to see Vian Libber get given an opportunity, because I know he's in the squad and he's available for selection and all of that. So Lizard Williams as well. I mean, we might as well give them a go now that we don't have our full strength bowlers. All of them are away in the T20 format, except for the number 1 ranked T20 bowler in Tabraiz Shamsi. So he's available and should be picked. I'm surprised that I don't see. Let me just double check that. But I'm surprised that Keshav Maharaj was not retained from the ODI team, because I mean, even though he hasn't been considered as a T20 player, I still think he has the capabilities, because I mean, in the domestic T20 competition, I think he is the reason why they actually got to that final. Yes, he didn't play in the final because of obvious reasons, but he got them so far. I mean, he was bowling excellently and showing that he can do it in the T20s arena as well. So it would have been nice to see him in the setup, but I think they're going for more of spinners who can really bat, or batters that can spin, like Vian Libber, like George Linder, guys that can really bat well and can bat anywhere in the top 5, top 6. I think that's what they're looking for. I think George Linder can bat anywhere from 4 to 6, I feel, or 4 to 7, 4 to 8. He can bat anywhere in that period. Vian Libber can bat anywhere from 1 till the bottom. He can bat anywhere. The type of guy is very talented. He can. I know that he can open the batting. I know he can bat at 3. I know he can bat at 4, 5, 6. So he has the ability to adapt his game accordingly. So I really want to see them do that. I want to see them play to some of these players' strengths. So it's very interesting to be able to see that. Who do you want to see though? What is a name that really stands out that you're really excited to see, that you wish South Africa would play?
Susanna Magala. That to me is imperative, because we've got to look at the team that South Africa takes to the World Cup. Essentially, since that's our focus right now, we have to see what the strengths and weaknesses of this team are. And I think right now we need to get as many options for the bowling attack, because we've, again, that third ODI.
The bowling attack looks a bit weak. That third ODI really exposed us.
Exactly, and I think for all the criticism that we've directed at the batsmen, for certainly I have for the dot balls and the strategy on the whole, South Africa has always prided itself on its bowling attack, and they certainly need a death bowler. Susanna Magala can clear the fitness test that now Boucher has spoken about and Klaasen has spoken about. They need to give him as many opportunities as possible, so that he can get the confidence of playing at the international level. And assuming we see a vast disparity between what we've seen from him in the domestic T20 competition and what we see from him in against Pakistan, assuming he plays, then we know what we've got to work on. It's simple as that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try to pick
Aiden Markram, the batsman, by the way. I think that's something I'm interested in seeing as well, because he's that guy in the top 5 who can give you 4 overs of spin, and that's going to be important. You look at Indian teams of the past with Suresh Raina, for example, or even back in the day when Rohit Sharma used to bowl. Those 4 overs are more valuable than we might imagine.
He got a little bit lucky in this particular. I wouldn't say lucky, but it's a chance now that he's been given to show what he can do, because he wouldn't have had this opportunity if Rassie was fit and Temba was fit. So now he's been given an opportunity to show what he can do in the T20s. So let's try to pick an 11. Me and you, Aditya. Sure. So for our openers, I'll read out the possible names. So we've got Aiden Markram, we've got Janneman Malan, we've got Pait van Biljon, Heinrich Klaasen, and Kyle Verreynne. Those are like the batters, basically. So in what order will they bat is the question, because I think they pick themselves in a way. So I think Janneman Malan and Aiden Markram would be our openers. Just write it down there for me if you do have a pen. I don't know if you agree on that one, or would you give like someone like go left field completely and give like a Vian Libber an opening position?
No.
So like Janneman Malan and we've got Janneman Malan and Aiden. I think that's our openers. For the number 3 spot, it gets a bit interesting. Can be Pait van Biljon. It could be giving Heinrich Klaasen extra, responsibility maybe. Or having a Kyle Verreynne, giving him more responsibility and moving him up. I'm falling on Pait van Biljon at number 3.
I'd go with Kyle.
You'll go with Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So fans, what do you say? Who would you want at number 3? Currently, me and Aditya are sitting at the stalemate here. So who do you guys think should be? And if one of you says Kyle at 3, we'll put Kyle at 3. I think that's the thing that we'll do. JJ Harris Johns and Aiden Campbell. Number 3. Okay, Kyle Verreynne at number 3. Let's put Kyle Verreynne at number 3. So we currently, let me just put it on the screen for you guys so that you do have it. So we have number 1, we have Aiden. Number 2, we have Malan. Sorry, I'm saying first names and surnames are going to be mixed. Number 3 is Kyle. Number 4, Klaassen of Van Biljon. Or Mulder. I'm sorry, or Van Lubbe.
I'd go with Piet van Biljon.
You'll go with Piet. Okay, I'll go with Piet as what it's for. I would have given it maybe to I would have put Mulder a little higher up. I mean, I even like Mulder, not Mulder, sorry. I even like Lubbe at 3, but I don't even know if he's going to make our team at the moment. Let's just see. Number 5, I would go with the captain, Klaassen. I'm not picking if he's captain. Number 6 is going to get a bit tricky. Are we going to go with a spinning all-rounder like George Linder? Are we going to go with a Van Lubbe? Are we going to go with Vian Mulder? Maybe giving him is he in the squad? I didn't double check that quickly. I can't remember the whole squad out of my. Yeah, Vian Mulder's there. Who's our number 6? Who would you go for? So I think those are our options. It's between George Linder, Van Lubbe, Vian Mulder. And yeah, those are our options currently as the batters. Andile Pechelquai getting more responsibility also batting high up. I don't think so. I think he should bat lower down. So who's your pick? For me, I would say George Linder for the World Cup because, I mean, we would probably play him in that position anyway and give him some batting time.
You probably know this better than me. Who's the better batsman between George Linder and Vian Mulder?
Between George Linder and Vian Mulder?
Yeah.
Based on experience now, I would go with George. But based on where they batted at school, I would probably say Mulder. But Lubbe's a better batsman than all of them. So
then that's what we got to do.
So I would put Van Lubbe in the team.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So you're gonna go with Van Lubbe, not with Mulder or George.
No, they can come one spot down, but I think at number 6 has to be solid batsman.
Okay, solid batsman, then it's Lubbe because Lubbe is a solid batsman. Number 7, the better. I think we can continue this trend with our batsmen. Let me just add the scrolls to the screen quickly for you guys to see what we've currently picked so long. So we're now at number 7. Let's see what the comment section has to say. A lot of people saying George Linder at 6, Piet is old. Mulder at 6, George at 7, better hitter, Mulder, better technique. See, now, don't try new players. Well, I think that's very difficult to do.
Literally, the entire first choice squad is at the IPL. So, sorry.
Yeah. So, guys, I mean, for you, Aditya, we have to see Andile play. So I'm going to put Andile at 8. I really think that for a chance in the World Cup, we're really going to need someone like Lubbe in the team that is versatile and that can bat anyway. So that's why I'm going to go with maybe George at 7.
Fair enough. Agree with you.
You disagree with me. At 8, then I'll put Andile.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Andile to me, it's a difficult one because at this point in a T20 game, we're going with 7 batsmen. Look, Andile, he's a handy batsman, but you can't have a batter striking at 85 in T20 cricket. I mean, ODI, let alone T20 cricket. That's a difficult one. And does he offer? The question is, does he offer enough with his bowling to warrant a side as a bowler alone?
That's an
Because
interesting one.
if he doesn't, and you're going in with 7 batsmen, then that's a very risky move.
Well, Linda can bowl, so I think we're good there at 7. So we've got Aiden, Malan, Kyle, Pite at 4, Heinrich at 5, Vian Libber at 6, 7, Linda. And then 8, are you going with Vian Mulder? Are you going with Andile Pechelquayo? Or are you going with a full-on seamer like Sasanda Magala that can hit a little bit? What are you going for there? Because I think Andile will play. I don't think Libber will play, for example. I don't think they'll be brave enough to play him.
Then I'd go with Mulder, because I think Vian Mulder is a better batsman than Andile. He's a more aggressive batsman than Andile. And that, to me, at number 8 is a more useful attribute. Because look, if Andile gives you 4 overs, going for 8 runs and over, 9 runs and over, but he isn't able to contribute enough with the bat, then the question in my mind is he doing enough for the ball?
Yeah. So I don't know. This is a team that we would probably pick. I think that we need Andile at 8. Personally, I think currently we can't not pick. I'm too afraid to not pick him because he will be picked, man, and then we're gonna look like idiots tomorrow. So then, so that's my kind of situation that I'm sitting in. Like, I don't think that this team will play. Like this, so to all the guys out there, I don't think this team will play. This is just currently what we're thinking about for the balance of the team. So, Libber, we said George at 7, and we're lacking a little bit on transformation side of things. Which is not just to let the guys know that it's not per game. It's over a period of time. So you can have 11 white players if you want 11 white players. It's not off the table. You would just have to fill it up in some other team over the season. But I'm going to go with Andile because of his bowling ability, because at the moment we have no seamers in this flippant team at the moment that has experience, and I think Andile is the most experienced with regards to that. At 9, I would go with Sasanda Magala.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's give Magala a little run out. But remember, we also have Michal Pretorius, who can bowl 140 and can bat. So I'm thinking now that Michal at 9 and Magala at 10. Or Magala at 9 and Michal at 10. I don't think people are going to go with this. I don't think this is really going to happen, guys. So bear with me. Now it's up to us
either way,
getting play.
Probably not going to end up batting that much anyway. Like your number 10 batsman is probably not going to get an opportunity in the game, but it's useful. I think it's
it is what it is. And then at 11 is the tricky one, guys. And we tried to make a team here just on a whim here. We still got Lazard Williams. We're going to go with, because we've got Aiden that can spin a bit, and we've got Libber that can spin, and we've got Linda. We've got Linda that can spin, George Linda. We've got Vian Libber that can spin. So that's 2 bowlers that can bowl 4 overs each. And we've got Aiden that can bowl 4 overs. And then we've got Andile that can bowl 4 overs, Magala and Michal Pretorius. So we've got our bowlers kind of covered in a way. Do we go with another seamer? Do we go with another do we go with the Brace Shamsi? I think the Brace is the only option over here. Or do we go with another seamer, give another seamer opportunity?
I'd do that. That's what I'd do.
Give another seamer. So Lazard Williams?
Yeah.
because I know the Braze is brilliant. We know how good the Braze is. I just want to get to see new blood in this team. I just want, because we're building for the World Cup. It doesn't count for anything. I think we want to see the other players what they can do. So I want to play the new players as much as possible. So 10, Michal, okay, 11. So we're gonna give Lizard Williams a go.
Lizard Williams.
Okay, let's go with Lizard. Okay, so guys, let me put up the screen. The team that we got on the screen right now is this team. Let me know who you guys want to change. The comment section is going crazy. If you want to get involved with the super chat, get involved with the super chat. Bottom left of the live chat. You can get your comments obviously highlighted. To the guys that are on Facebook, please go over to YouTube and subscribe to this channel for daily shows and daily videos. Currently, this is what we've put together. We've got Aiden, Janeman Malan, Karl Verheyen, Piet van Biljon, Heinrich Klaassen, Vian Libbe, George Linde, Andile Pechlikwayo, Sisanda Magala, Michal Pretorius, and Lizard Williams. So the guys that are missing out, for everybody that wants to know, Bjorn Fortuyn, flip. We didn't even find a place for Bjorn. Like I really want to fit in Bjorn, but I know what Bjorn can give. We can give Bjorn an opportunity in the second T20. I want to see different 11s getting played in every game. We've got 4. So let's experiment in the first one. Then we can still go for a straight win for the last 3. So we got Bjorn Fortuyn that's missing out over here. Bjorn Hendricks is missing out. Rassi's not available. I think he will be injured. So that's why we haven't selected him. We know what the Brashamsi can do. Is the number 1 spin in the world. So, or the number 1 spin in T20 bowl in the world. So we've got him. Lutus Pamla is missing out in this particular team. Darren de Pavlon is missing out in this team. So this is the team that we came up with, guys. Don't judge us too much. This is the team that we've went for. The reason we've gone for Vian Andile Pechlikwayo over Vian Mulder is purely on his, I feel, experience, ability to bowl slower deliveries. He's been excellent in T20 cricket for South Africa. Whereas Vian Mulder hasn't really had an opportunity in T20 cricket to showcase what he can do. But I think that bowling at the pace that he is, we need some pace in this team as well. So it's between Andile, obviously, and unfortunately, it's between Andile and Vian Mulder in this particular side. So I don't know what they're going to do personally and what they're going to go with tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. This is our team. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, result, I think Pakistan's going to beat us, to be honest. I think they're too good in T20 cricket to play against a team that's never played together before. So in all honesty, I have to say that I think they'll win. If we pull it off, it has to come from magnificent performances from individual players in this particular team, because we can't expect the team just to gel immediately. So yeah, those are the type of things that we want to see. You know, Bevan, you're right. You said, I just want to see new guys. Yeah, you said you wanted to see new guys, and you're right. So let me change that. Let's not play Andile, because he's been in and around. We know what he's capable of. I think let's swap him around. So guys, this is up to. That's why I wanted to see what you guys have to say in the comments, so you can sway my decision. It's not set in stone. It can be easily changed. It's digital. So let's take Andile out, and let's put in Vian Mulder. Now I'll probably swap Vian Mulder and George Linde around. So because I think that Mulder is a better batter than George, I think.
Okay.
Just based on where he's batted for the Lions, I think currently. But I think with experience, obviously, then that's a different thing. Piet van Biljon, we know what Piet can do. So I'm a bit concerned about whether we should play Piet or not, but we don't have another batsman, so we have to play Piet.
Right.
So there's no other specialist batsman. That's only a batsman at the moment. So currently, we'll have to go with with Pite because I don't think there's no other option. If Rassi was available, Rassi goes into this team immediately for me. So we've switched it around. Thank you, Bevan, for helping us make that decision, of course, and bringing that to my attention because I forget what I say sometimes. I'm just speaking over here and I'm talking about things. Yeah, we don't have Marco Murray in the side, so we can't really select him. I would have liked to see him, obviously, because he's a proper finisher. Dwayne Pretorius is injured, so he's not in the side, unfortunately. So instead of having him, we've got Vian Mulder, we've got George Linder, we've got Magala, and we've got Michael Pretorius. Michael and Magala can hold the bat, and Lizard Williams as well. It's missing a lot of players of color, to be honest. But if you're looking at that 11, if you're going to pick new guys, this is what you're going to have to do. Guys that you haven't seen yet, then this is what we're going to have to see. But Aditya, any final words?
Yeah, look, I think this is the team that we selected is given our motive that we really want to give players exposure. That's for this series, I think that's a priority. And from a transformation perspective, you're probably not going to meet the numbers that required. But then we also have to realize that if Temba was there, he would have played. Obviously, he's the captain. So from that point of view, I think that's okay. I think we can be forgiven for not having that because the nature of the biomobile, as Mark Bouts had explained, that they actively didn't want to seek replacements just because of the logistical nightmare of introducing someone new into the bubble. So to all the people in the comments, that's why we're going with the limited resources that we have. And in an ideal scenario, we would have liked to pick from a wider squad, but that's what it is. In saying that, you never know. This team could pull a surprise. I thought South Africa punched above their weight in Pakistan as well. And you can see comfort in the fact that Heinrich Klaassen is an excellent captain. And he's got a very good cricket brain. And you never know. This is T20 cricket. Anything can happen. So be optimistic, have the faith.
It would be an excellent Mzansi Super League team, I can tell you that. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. Thanks a lot for all the guys on Facebook that have also joined us. Please head over to our YouTube channel to subscribe for daily videos. I really enjoyed the show. Thank you a lot for Aditya for coming on and helping me out. And thanks to the guys in the comments for helping us pick the selection that we have selected. Don't judge us. Obviously, everything that has been explained by Aditya is 100% true. To all the guys out there, don't forget to go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your updates. We will be giving you updates on all the South Africans in the IPL currently. Unfortunately, Marco Jansen didn't bat the way I would have wished he would. He got a 2-ball duck. So unfortunately, just as I put out a tweet of a picture of him in IPL in Mumbai Indians gear, he goes out for a duck. So unfortunately, he didn't show us with the bat what he can do and what he's capable of. But we're hoping that he's going to show us with the ball. We also have a fantasy league that's he just bowled a no ball.
Yeah, he just bowled it over.
Oh, he's bowled it over. Okay, cool. Shit, yeah. But then I missed it. Damn it. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody. Hope to see you guys very soon with another show. We'll probably be doing a show after we'll obviously do a show after the game tomorrow. Hopefully Aditya can join us there too. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow with a review show. Take care, everyone.